ourselves on this
Hi,
night.
welcome back to BRMC's Healthy Connections. Been talking with Regina Ellis all about Race for the Cure that's going to be held down in Little Rock October
21st and 22nd.
Okay.
We have registration forms at the Peitz House. It's very important that they get a hold of me before September 6th.
Okay, so you're running out of time, folks.
Yes.
If you want to go with the folks, you sound like you have an awful lot of fun. It's a wonderful fundraiser, and it just sends such a message to everyone.
It does.
With 47,000 people last year showing up to walk.
The cost on the trip is $160.
$160 covers your...
It covers everything.
Your bus ride
your bus
down.
ride, your evening meal, your breakfast the next morning, your lunch the next day, your hotel accommodations, your T-shirts that you'll receive, little goodie bag you'll get, everything.
And going towards a great cause.
Yes.
I'm sure tax deductible?
No.
No.
It is not tax deductible.
Oh, all right.
But good try.
Good try. Trying to put it out there.
There you go. However, I do have scholarships available to breast cancer survivors.
Okay.
And remember that you are a survivor from the moment you're diagnosed. So, we definitely want to get the word out, about that. If you have had breast cancer, don't let money stand in the way of you going on this trip and
so
having that hope
scholarships
and inspiration surround you. So,
especially if you're newly diagnosed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Come and see that it's not
see.
the end by any means.
Absolutely. So we want to tell people about that. The other thing that we've got going on is we have received a donation from Johnson the Jeweler of a diamond pendant, and it is a paws pendant. It's in the shape of a paw from our Paws for the Cause calendar, and it is covered in diamonds. It's pave diamonds.
Beautiful.
Yes, we have it on display at the Peitz Cancer Support House, so you can stop by and take a look at it.
Open every day, Monday through Friday, 9 to 4.
And
stop in.
Yes, and for a $5 donation, you can receive a ticket, and you may be the lucky drawing.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Yeah, I've got to remember to get in on that one. So you will not be disappointed. It is absolutely beautiful.
It is.
What a kind
and it
thing.
was a wonderful gift, of course.
Yeah, from Johnson's Jewelers.
Yeah, Johnson the Jeweler here in Mountain Home. So we're very excited about that. We also will be hosting a Dining for the Cause.
Tell us about that, Dining for the Cause, sort of like a little play on words, Pause for the Cause, and now Dining for the Cause.
On September 20th, that's a Tuesday evening. I'm sure everybody in Mountain Home will not want to cook that night.
If the heat continues the way it has,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, we need you to mark it on your calendar anyway.
Okay.
You're not going to cook that night.
Tuesday, September 20th, no cooking allowed. Where are they going to go?
They're going to start at 5 o'clock and come to Colton's.
Oh, to Colton's.
Yes. Yes, we will be the recipient of a percentage of the sales that night for everyone that comes out and dines with us.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
So all of those monies will go to the Peitz Cancer Support House.
Absolutely, and stay right here locally in Mountain Home. Yes.
That would be
100% of it.
You've got to eat. You've got to eat someplace.
You do.
What a nice treat to take ladies out there. Encourage your husband, significant other.
Dining for the Cause T-shirts available. We will also have the Paws pendant there.
Oh, what a great opportunity to see that, to get some tickets.
And they can get some tickets.
Okay.
We'll still be selling tickets at that point. Our drawing for the Paws pendant will be on October 25th.
Okay.
And that's going to be a special day here in Mountain Home. And we may just have to tease everybody with that
Yes,
for a
we're just
little
going to tease you about that. We know what's coming up on October 25th, but we're not ready to share that quite yet.
The only thing that I'll share with you is that we will be drawing the Paws pendant live that day.
Oh, what a great thing to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in the midst of many, many other events that will be going on that day as well.
So they can come to Colton's, and that date again is September 20th.
September 20th.
It's a Tuesday. Starting at 5 till closing?
Yes.
Okay, till
and that's the Tuesday after the fair. So, of course, nobody's going to want to cook.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You're going to be worn out from Fair Week.
Yes,
so
come on
out to Colton's. And you can also, we'll have information about the Peitz Cancer Support House, the programs that we do, the services that we give to people. You can meet volunteers and board members, and we're going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time on top of it, and plus receive some funds to be able to provide those services to people free of charge.
Right. I was going to say that's one of the things. Go over some of the things that Peitz Cancer Support House does, the majority of which are all free.
Yes, they're free.
Talk about what it is that you do.
Well, we're there Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. To provide support to anyone that comes in the house, regardless of what they need. We're there to to try to help them with that need, whether it's information about a specific cancer type, whether it's just someone to talk to, a hug.
You bet.
Whatever they need, we want to be there for that. We also provide support groups for specific topics, and we'll give them educational information through that venue. We also will provide a program where we can have them talk to a cancer survivor, which can be very beneficial for people.
Very much so.
We will also provide some educational classes for them, what they need to know about different aspects of cancer and cancer treatment, nutrition, things like that. We've got all of those services available. We also have a wig room, and if you've not been to see, you really need to come in and see it. Yeah. The grandma's wig is gone.
Yeah.
Or great-grandma's wig.
Yeah, the little gray curls are,
Yeah, we have a room full of all different styles, all different colors, many times...
all different lengths.
Yes, many
had the
times
pleasure of
tell.
looking.
You cannot tell that you have a wig on once we're done with that process, and it's free, and you can keep it for as long as you like or forever.
And I know you've told me in the past that there are people that actually come from out of state because the Peitz Cancer Support House is so unique, not just for Mountain Home, not just for the state of Arkansas, but for many states across the country. There are very few cancer support houses in the nation.
There are. So. And yes, I've had family members come in and they'll pick out something and mail it to their family member. Of course, that's not quite as much, not quite as ideal for that person.
To come in and be able to try them on.
Oh, exactly.
Make a selection.
But it still helps them, and that's the bottom line, is we're there to help in whatever way that we can.
As women, we always like to look our best no matter what life presents to us, and it's just one more area of support.
Yes.
I know you've got wigs, the turbans, scarves, hats.
We can fix you up.
Yeah.
And it's free. You're not out that extra expense. Believe me, everybody that has been diagnosed with cancer has enough expenses right now.
Yeah.
So, we really want to make sure that we can provide as many services as we can. And of course, that will just continue to grow. The more donations we get from people, the more services we're able to provide.
I know you've got a group called the Chatting Needles.
Yes.
Tell me more about them.
They are a very, very fun and energetic group. And the Chatting Needles is open to anybody. It's one of those groups at the Peitz Cancer Support House. You don't have to have that prerequisite of cancer in order to come. Chatting Needles, they will make lap robes and prayer shawls for those that are undergoing treatment.
Oh, how wonderful.
Yes, so we do have
they
cancer
really do
survivors.
Knit. Yes,
they really do.
Really are knitting and really are chatting away.
They really are knitting and crocheting, and we have some that just chat, and that's okay too. We have people that are, they have had friends or family members with cancer and they want to give back in this way. We've had members that have come and then they've been diagnosed. And so they've already had that support system there through the group, beforehand.
Oh, wonderful.
And they're just a very giving and group and lots of fun. Sometimes we'll have 23, 24 ladies packed in our living room, and they have a lot of fun and enjoy giving back to others and providing that support to one another.
I think you just hit on something too. I always want to mention when we talk about our 4 community houses that provide support for the community and Twin Lakes area, that they really are houses. These are not business offices where you're going to feel uncomfortable in any way. You come in a door, there is someone there to meet and greet you, but it is a house. There's a living room, there's bathrooms, there's a wig room, used to be an old bedroom. There are areas, there's an outside patio if it's a nice day and you want to sit outside. I mean, it's truly a lovely setting, a great environment to feel better and get the support and information that you need if you're diagnosed with cancer.
Yes.
And men, women, I mean, this is any cancer.
Exactly. We have two different men's groups that meet. We have two separate breast cancer support groups. We have a Celebrating Life group, and that's open to anyone with any type of cancer, male or female, and really doesn't matter what type of cancer they've been diagnosed with. We also have a caregivers group, and that one's very important.
Yes.
You know, being a former caregiver myself of a family member that had cancer, the caregivers are very, very taxed, and they don't know what to do or how to handle things.
And they need a break.
And they need a break.
Absolutely.
And they need to be able to share their feelings as well. So, you know, we provide a place for that. And we just want to help people in whatever way they need help.
The caregiver group is so important. I mean, people just absolutely wear themselves out.
They do. And they need that strength.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, they need a place where they can, you know, receive some strength for themselves so that then they can go back and do those caregiving tasks.
And learn some tips and ideas of how to care for someone.
So, absolutely. Lots of things are shared in that way, and you know, because the worst thing that could happen is that you end up injuring yourself in giving care to the other person, and then possibly injure them as well. Yeah. So you know, we do,
and
go
that
over
happens
some
all the time.
It does.
Most women are smaller than their husbands, for instance, and if it's the husband that has cancer, trying to move the person or help the person off, they often end up.
Absolutely. And we're blessed in our area to have so many resources available. And oftentimes, you know, we'll find people that they come in and, well, they didn't even know that they could get help with that.
Sure. Right.
That particular task.
And you really can go almost right down the row of houses. I know that each house refers to the other. In other words, if what they need does not come under your realm, they can go right down to one of the other houses that will fit their needs.
Yes, and we have lots of nonprofits in the area, and lots of programs and services that are available
that they just aren't aware of.
And that's part of my job.
Okay,
is to try to make sure that people know what resources are out there, what things they can benefit from, and even though I may not know the ins and outs, I at least try to know enough to point them in the right direction,
which is
of where to go.
What most people are looking for. I mean, it just overwhelms them at the beginning when there's a diagnosis.
It does.
So, and this helps funnel it down to, okay, we can do this and this and this. So,
right, and that's what we want to be there for, is just to help.
And you do it so well.
Oh,
you just do it so well.
Thank you. Yeah. And we just want to be family. Yeah. And that's many times that's what you need. You need somebody that understands, that you can talk to, and they already get part of your story. Yeah. You don't have to explain quite everything to them.
They've experienced it.
Yes.
And so they do know what you're going through. I think there's nothing worse than someone coming up when you're experiencing a tragedy in your life that someone says, oh, yeah, I know just what you mean. And they really have no clue.
And they really do. They really do know what you mean.
The Peitz house, they do. They absolutely know what you're going through.
Yes.
So.
A majority of my volunteers are cancer survivors themselves. And so, oftentimes you can make an instant connection when you first walk through the door.
Absolutely. And I've seen it myself firsthand, and it's wonderful. Regina, thank you so much for joining us today. Let's go back over once again. We've got Race for the Cure.
Yes. Get your registration form into me by September 6th.
Okay. How do they reach you?
At the Peitz Cancer Support House. You can call us at 508-2273. Remember, the easiest way to remember that is 508-CARE.
CARE.
Or they can just stop by. And we are located in the Little Yellow House right across the street from the Klein Emergency Room Center.
All right. Regina, thanks again for joining us. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again next week. And we sure are glad you tuned in today to BRMC's Healthy Connections. See you next week.